I'm going to start this video by saying that every relationship or a friendship with a toxic person has got an expiry date. There has got to be some form of a breakup. It can also be a discard. But when you're dealing with very toxic people, that discard is usually divine intervention, because it's very difficult to detach yourself from a toxic person. They are very deeply gotten under your skin. Excuse me, guys, I don't know what's wrong with this. They are very deeply gotten into your skin, and they have hooked themselves spiritually onto you. So those kind of hooks are very difficult to break, okay? Those kind of bonds, the trauma bonds, you guys hear about these trauma bonds. So it's divine intervention. And usually when that relationship breaks down, there's so much regret. You know, you're looking back and you're thinking that you've been loving the wrong person. You're now starting to count your losses. Probably by the time you break down those relationships, your finances are already crumbled. Your health sometimes maybe could be in bad shape at the time. Now you're looking back and you're having a lot of regrets. How could you be so stupid? And how couldn't you see that you was trying to love the wrong person? But eventually, as the healing happens, you get all these answers and you accept it and allow it and you understand it for what it is and you accept this thing for what it is. Then you continue to release those individuals emotionally. And one of the first things that will come to your mind, especially after those kind of discards, will be you may sometimes have a feeling that you're missing out on anything. You might also have that feeling that it has been your fault, because a toxic person leaves you and they will make it known that it is your fault. The reason as to why that relationship didn't work, they want to make you believe that it was your fault. And again, as you continue healing, you will understand that actually you are still dating the wrong person, so they were supposed to leave. Now, this toxic person will leave you and go on to date or to entangle with someone that they will assume is better than you. I remember doing a video and I told you guys, toxic people don't have the brain and the mind to examine a lot of their relationships. They can just go around and pick up anyone, you know. The toxic person will leave you and they're going to go ahead and date with someone who is kind of a low grade. It's somebody easier, but actually those individuals, they are low grades. So sometimes they're going to eventually downgrade. I did a video about downgrading. The video was called "The Narcissist Will Usually Downgrade." When you're talking about a downgrade, we may not necessarily be talking about a physical downgrade. They could have more muscles than you, okay? They may be usually sometimes could be using the best clothes. Sometimes maybe they have good jobs, better jobs. Maybe sometimes they're financially stable. But mostly, usually, a toxic person sees only the things on the outside. So they do not understand that sometimes those individuals, they look like physically an upgrade, but actually spiritually, It's a downgrade. Okay? I want you to congratulate yourself when you have left those kind of people. Congratulate yourself. Be happy. Understand those individuals, they were not worthy of your friendship, or they were not worthy of your love. Okay? A few months or years down the road, you will start to hear the news. The news will come to you somehow. By some chance, if you've been dealing with a toxic person, the news always finds a way to reach you. And you start to hear, you start to understand and hear that everything is, things are not going well in those new entanglements. So you will hear them fight, they will start the fights, because they are toxic. The only thing a toxic person knows is how to fight and how to destroy very good people. So they will continuously go into their cycle, and the fights will start. The fights will kick off. And even in some case scenarios, you might hear them, they have broken up. A few months down the road, of course, the love bomb has ended. And a few months down the road, maybe there's something they have broken up. And the very first thing what they do when they break up, they are now looking back to you. Oh, I used to date so and so. So now all of a sudden they remember, they can remember your numbers, phone numbers. Now they're starting to call you. They want to swing their way or find their way or to navigate their way back into your life. Oh, it's been a while. I was dating this guy. I went out with him. It didn't work out. I dated that woman. It didn't work out. Now, if you're the person that has not done some healing on yourself, a lot of empaths, of course, around the world, they have gone in for the hoovers. I was one of them back in the days. You say, okay, you'll give them a chance. You're the empath, you're this person, very beautiful soul. You're like, okay, I'll give them the chance. Some little bit of, benefit of doubt. And you're like, let me take them back in. You took them back in. The whole thing kicked off again. The love bomb went on, and the abuse kicked on again. Kicked off. And it didn't work out. After a few months, the same procedure happened. You broke up again. And they did the same thing they did before. Now they are going to go and hoover the person they have discarded. Or if that person is not available, they will find somebody what they call the new source of supply. Now, this is a very dangerous cycle of abuse. It is very disturbing to think of it. It is very dangerous. And it is not healthy. If you are dealing with that kind of individual, it is time to call it quits. Understand it for what it is and let it go. Okay? You're simply dealing with a toxic person. There's nothing you can do. You cannot change them. Let it go. Release the people. Deal with that pain of a breakup. Let it go. And empaths, please work on yourself. And try to find yourself. Okay? Try to find yourself. Heal. And eventually allow the real person to come into your life, if you would like to. Okay? The reason why people decide to come back to you is simply because they are going to realize that they have probably done a mistake. You see, a toxic person cannot reason. They don't reason like you and me. They don't think about the consequences. Always they jump into something before they know it. They have already done a mistake. They are realizing this mistake. And sometimes they are figuring out that they most likely cannot do without you. Is the reason as to why all of a sudden they are feeling lost without you. That is why they try to come back into your life, because they are feeling lost. You are the one who was there. Whenever something was something was wrong, you fixed them. Whenever they was ill, you was running around them with their medicines. You could run to the pharmacy to bring their medications. You used to nurture them. There were so many things used to do together. But you see, if you're dealing with a toxic person, there's not much you can do before you go to burnout. Okay, the energy you have, yes, the empath can generate their energy. They know how to generate their energy. But sometimes when you're dealing with a person who is constantly sucking your energy out of you, usually you're going to burn out. Those people will always realize that you're the best thing that they had. They just sometimes couldn't see this. They realize that you're the best thing that they had. They are going to completely be lost without you. Do you know the reason as to why when these people go and date somebody new? Do you know the reason as to why you're going to run into them and you're going to see those new people doing the same things you used to do? You might hear the news sometimes and you will see they're eating the same food you guys used to eat. Most likely they're watching the same programs. Sometimes you're going to run into them. They're wearing the same jacket you used to wear. Because these individuals, what they are doing really is they are recreating you in somebody else. Okay? They think that they can just meet someone new and they are constantly going to compare that person to you because they know your value. They know your value. They just didn't tell you this, but they know your value. Now, they are recreating you because they are figuring out that the person they have met has got a completely different mindset. So they are starting to recreate that person, to recreate you in that person. They have got the same shoes, they're wearing the same jacket, they're eating the same food. There is a lot of things they are going to start to copy because they want to see if they can have you in someone else. I think for me, that is one of the most disturbing things when you're dealing with this kind of people. Why they are doing this, basically, is because they are actually missing you. They are very lost without you. Okay? Most of them, of course, the ego will kick in. And they will be like, okay, I cannot go back and, they will not usually allow themselves to go back and maybe apologize or, for whatever it is they have done. They're too proud for that. But they feel it inside of them that they have done a mistake. They do not know how to fix this. They have really messed up. They have destroyed a very beautiful person. They are even sometimes guilty, but they cannot allow themselves to come and confront you and tell you they have messed up. They are very lost without you. But you see, as an empath, you learn that you're so much worth. You deserve better. Okay, you're worth more than what those people thought about you. You're worth more than that. You're going to discover all these things when you heal. You will discover that you deserve better. You finally discover that you want someone that will give you peace. Okay? Because sometimes in toxic relationships, it's like you're building with somebody who cannot build. Okay? There's no toxic person I know that is going to build anything with you. They're only going to use your energy to build themselves. And when they get to where they want to be, now they're going to dump you off, because at that time now they'll render you useless. That's why they dump you off and move around and just carry on. I've lost so much in those previous entanglements back in the days. I've lost so much. I do not regret, because I learned some lessons, very powerful ones, that have helped me to get to where I want to be, or to get where I am today. But I realized that sometimes an empath, you're going to be building something with someone that cannot build anything. They are not capable of building anything constructive with you. They only use your light to shine. It doesn't always necessarily mean that every toxic person is doing badly financially. They could be sometimes doing well. Like I've told you, they could be running businesses, managers, or whatever. But there is an element that is missing in their lives. That is the spiritual and emotional element that they do not have. So they make you an energy source so that they can tap into your energy to help them maintain whatever success they have. is the reason as to why normally when you break up with this kind of individuals, you're going to see a lot of times they're going to crumble. Their finances will crumble all of a sudden. Their health will, they will fall apart in so many different kinds of ways. Why is this happening usually? Is because you have removed that spiritual element. Because when they have detached from you, you walked away with the spiritual energy. That's what they didn't have. They didn't have the spiritual energy. They could have used that energy from other people that they met before to build whatever they had. But when you walked away, you walked out with your energy. And this also applies in so many different kinds of positions in society. Could be a job, maybe sometimes it was your family. You have walked away and you have also removed your energy as well. You've walked away with your spiritual energy. So you walked away with your light. That's why they fall apart. Any toxic person that you know is not capable of loving you genuinely, even if they want to. Yes, they want to be around a beautiful light like you, but they do not have the spiritual energy to maintain that relationship. That is why they continuously destroy those relationships until everything is broken. And now that they see you can barely offer anything else, that's why they walk away. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, empaths especially. You have dated a toxic person before. You have got that experience. You know what it is. You broke up with them. You're not missing out on anything. You're not missing out, ladies and gentlemen. They're the ones missing out. Okay? So do not beat yourself up that you've lost a partner. Oh, what are you going to do? All of a sudden you are there. Okay, it's okay to mourn. You can always mourn something that you have lost. But sometimes it is going to require divine intervention to break you out of toxic situations. Because if that doesn't happen, you're going down with those people. So sometimes is God intervening in this situationship and causing a lot of this chaos that you guys can actually break up, because God actually wants to move you somewhere. And wherever God is moving you, those particular individuals cannot come with you. That's why those relationships end. So don't beat yourself up. Be patient with yourself. Do the mourning. We have all done the mourning. Create time for yourself to develop new things, new activities, new memories. Create new memories for yourself. Allow the relationship to go. At the end of the day, something good is going to come to you, okay? Could be a beautiful person that matches your energy. It could be somebody that God will actually present in your face, but there's a beautiful person coming to support your journey and whatever it is you want to do for yourself. So let the toxic people go. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section below. You guys know that I do love and appreciate your support. Book a session, please. Donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will always find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. Denzel Moses signing out. Much love and blessings, and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Peace.